Going on to example 1G on page 121. On this example, we're doing another two-handed accompaniment, but this time we're doing it a little bit differently. Let's take a look at the example given to us. In this example, if we analyze this, you can note that the both hands are actually in a root position. They're always in root position. So notice this is again in the key of F. This is a root position 1 chord, as is this, and then a root position 4 chord in both hands. But what's different? Well, the left hand only plays the root and the fifth, root and fifth, whereas the right hand plays root, third, fifth. Okay? So the left hand's going to be playing always 5-1, and the right hand's always going to be playing 1-3-5. On this particular example, we're going to be shifting our hands, always staying in root position. Always staying in root position. Okay, so the left hand's always going to be doing 5-1, and the right hand is always going to be doing fingers 1-3-5, regardless of the chord you're playing. Okay? So now that we've covered that, let's actually analyze the chords that are happening here, and then we can play this. So starting off, we'll just do a 1 chord, another 1 chord, then the 4 chord as indicated, and then back to 1 chord. That's the first 4 chords given to us. Okay, so if we check the sound of that, okay, you might recognize this as a Christmas hymn or carol. So the next chord is going to be a 5 chord. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll do a 5, 5, and then back to 1, 1. Then it repeats 1, 1, 4, 1. And then 5. Now, typically I like to do a 6 here. Okay, but that's a little bit complicated. So if we kept it a little bit simpler, you could go back to a 4 if you wanted. That's a simpler version. So 5, 4, 5, 1. And then I'll show you, just in case you're interested in doing the version I did earlier, I did a 6 chord, and then I did a 4, then 5 here, then 1. Okay, so that's the alternate, which might be what you're more used to hearing on this particular carol. And to simplify this, I'm going to write the lead sheet symbol in, because the lead sheet symbol is going to represent our hand position, since we're always in root position. So this is going to make life a lot easier. F, F, B flat, F. That's the first phrase. Then we do C, C, F, F. That's the second phrase. Then it's the first phrase again. F, F, B flat, F. That's the first phrase. And then the ending, C, B flat, C, F, if you're doing that version. I'll highlight these to make it easier to see. So we have version 1, oops, wrong one. Version 1, that happens here and here. And then version 2, and then the final version. Okay. And if you wanted to write it out elsewhere to make it a little easier to read, you could. You could literally just write F, F, B flat, F, C, C, F, 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 B flat, F, C, B flat, C, F. See what I just did? I just wrote out the lead sheet symbols just in a very easy to read order, because that's all the information you really need. Now the rhythm is always, if we look up here, 1 and 2 and 3. Always 4/8 notes plus a quarter. So let's try that on each of these chords, okay? Just to get a feel for it. So at F major chord, your left hand is going to be in F2 position. You'll play F, C. Right hand is an octave higher. It will play F, A, C. In time, it's going to be like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Try it with me. Here we go. Ready? Try with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Then you go to the 4 chord, which is B flat. B flat major is B flat, D, F, B flat, D, F. So the left hand will play B flat, F, because we're not playing the third of the chord. B flat, F, then right hand plays the chord. B flat, D, F, like that. 1 and 2 and 3. That's the 4 chord. 1 and 2 and 3. Then it goes back to the 1 chord. F major, 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so that's what you have. The 5 chord is C major, so shift up to C major. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Then back to F major. 1 and 2 and 3. That's all the chords. There's only 3 chords in this interpretation, which keeps it pretty easy for us. So now let's try it all the way through in time slowly. Here we go F major, 1 and 2 and 3 again. 1 and 2 and 3. B flat, 1 and 2 and 3. Back to F. 1 and 2 and 3. Now to C. 1 and 2 and 3. C again. 1 and 2 and 3. Down to F. 1 and 2 and 3. F again. 1 and 2 and 3. F again. 1 and 2 and 3. F again. 1 and 2 and now B flat. 1 and 2 and back to F. 1 and 2 and to C. Now C. 1 and 2 and B flat. B flat. And back to C. C. 1 and 2 and to F. 1 and